Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nik Zuhayrah Amalin binti Zahari. So we are from ByteCode and we will be presenting our business plan, which is the house rental application. First and foremost, house rental is an application-based house renting system that will focus mainly on interested landlords that want to rent out their properties without the help of property agents. Landlords who are wary of going through the difficulties of dealing with property agents can take matters into their own hands and carry out these transactions through the application. House rental enables its users to always view rental listings from anywhere, and the searching process of finding the right house will be much easier, cheaper, and often quicker. Therefore, both landlords and tenants will save their time in renting and finding the right house respectively. So we lay out the problem statements and the solutions to understand further on our business idea. The first one is time limitation, especially the students or working people. The solution that we came out with this app is it saves users time and energy, as I already stated earlier that the searching process will be much easier, cheaper and quicker. Secondly is the uncertainty of the houses, which very commonly happen among the tenants. Therefore, by using our system, users can see the details of the houses clearly through their mobile phones from the catalog in our app. And last but not least, our app can solve the problem of having no transport to take a survey on finding a house to rent. And this is because users can do the renting process on the go and online with no transportations needed. Moving on to our vision and mission, our vision is to develop an effective and practical platform that is available to everyone and that adapts to the needs of each customer. The accessible system removes limitation for individuals with insufficiency and encourage customers to make the best use of their time. So to be the company that best understands and satisfies its customers, we desire to be capable of operating under a standard of professional, moral and ethical excellence. And then our mission is to resolve the customer's problems by coming out with this application in an attempt to innovate new solutions to rent a house online without going through the struggle of finding the right house manually. Next, the values of our app is that it is developed to save customers time and energy when it comes to finding a house to rent. This app also enables the customers to see the details of the house closely through their mobile phones, and each of the members of the organization is fully aware of their personal commitments and what they shall consider to be crucial. From the CEO, designer, developer, finance manager to marketing manager, everyone will be playing their own roles as already stated in order to bring this business to success. And with vast familiarity of the market and industry of cyberpreneurship, house rental will operate under a standard of professional, moral, and ethical excellence, strictly adhering to the corporate values and principles laid out in the preceding mission statement. And then we're going to take a look at our goals. So in terms of functionality, making sure the operations of application are functioning well, and our business goals is that our team members work together in completing and introducing new systems for users. The third one is the portability, where our goal is for our app to be easy to use anywhere and anytime, since it is an application in the phone. Next, we aim to increase community outreach to all parts of Malaysia as our strategic goals. And for the usability goals, we are hoping that our app is suitable for individuals or groups of the age 18 years old and above. And lastly, for quality goals, we aim to enhance applications availability by making it available and compatible in any type of operating system. Proceed to the next slide is our organizational structure. Me myself as the CEO, so my task is placing the resources together to support the company and bring the product to the marketplace. Following that, Nurul Hanis is responsible for every design needed in the company as she is the designer, and she also guarantees that the designs prepared comply with the applicable software design description, standard, and meets all the essential requirements in the comprehensive plans. Next, the software developer position is held by Adlin Syazwana. Her job includes researching, designing, implementing, maintaining, testing, and evaluating software programs. She also needs to identify areas for modification of existing systems and subsequently developing these improvements. The next role is finance manager, which is held by Hanis. She is responsible in managing money and monitoring the assets of the company, And lastly, Nurizyan Hanani has a role as marketing manager, and she is accountable in handling all aspects related to promoting and advertising the system in every platform available.
My name is Nurul Shamshul Bharin, metric number 1180477. Next, we will move to the service description part. Our service is an application-based house renting system where landlords can rent their properties and tenants can book their rental house online. We have several features in our app which are upload house details, view the catalog, book the house and cancel house booking. Furthermore, we also have special features where other house rental system does not provide to their users. In our app, we provide cancellation policy where customers can get full refund if they are insist to cancel the booking within 48 hours. In addition, we also provide the service where customers can rent the house for about few hours or few days. This feature is specially made for users who want to stay for a short time and have many members with them. For tenants, they can book the rental house from home without wasting money, time, and energy. They also have the chance to get the real feel for the place by viewing the photos, videos, and description written by the landlords in the app. They also can filter the house criteria with their own preferences in order to get the perfect house to live. Tenants also can view landlord's profile details just to make sure it is not a scammer. And lastly, if they have made up their mind to rent the house, they can directly have a conversation with the landlord itself from WhatsApp number that have been stated in the app. Besides that, for landlords, firstly they must have the account and they need to pay the fee for booking slot whenever they want to promote their house in our app. Whenever their booking slot is approved, they can cast the platform network and they can promote their house in all other social media platforms such as Instagram, WhatsApp, and many more. Moreover, they have a full control and the rights to manage their rental house without being interrupted by the others. They also can choose their preferred tenants. For example, they can choose either student, family, or others. Last but not least, they can collect the rent online by using online transaction. Next part is trend analysis. For trend analysis, we use PESTEL method which are political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal. Firstly, for political, there are some legal issues where some landlords do not follow the housing law. So in this app, we remind landlords to address housing laws to avoid court proceeding in the future. Secondly, economic analysis. This app is one of the good inventions where people can share their properties with people in need. This will also help landlords get tenants for their unused house and get side income by renting the house. Next, for social analysis, both landlords and tenants can share their review on social media platform and promote the app to the outer world. While for technological analysis, this app is fully connected with technology as a medium to connect with people where people can download, view, and book their house. For environmental analysis, this app can reduce the waste usage and energy. We know that if many people stay in one house, we can help to reduce wastage and encourage a green environment. Lastly, for legal analysis, every tenant and landlords must follow the rules stated in the app right after they agree to rent the house. Next part is industry analysis. In this business plan, we follow 5 forces analysis by Porter. The purpose of this analysis is to determine competitive advantage and our strategies in house rental online business application in searching for more customers. There are 5 analyses made by Porter which are threats of new entrants, bargaining power of customers and suppliers, threat of substitute product, and lastly the competitive rivalry within an industry. For threat of new entrants, it is a weak threat because it is easy to set up an online platform. Next, for bargaining powers of customers, there is high bargaining power of customers, where this app offers variety things like price, location, security, and reviews to increase customers' trust. Furthermore, for bargaining power of supplier, in this app, we have high bargaining power of supplier where many landlords are interested on renting their properties personally without the help of the property agent. For threat of substitute product, we are facing high threat of substitute product because switching costs are non-existent to individuals who utilize online house rental. As example, people are more preferred to rent their house in a manual way. And lastly, competitive rivalry within industry. It is a medium state of competition within industry because there are also some of companies provide this service, such as Airbnb.com.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Adlin, and let's continue with the next topic, which is operation plan. First is location physical building, which if we have it, because for now we doesn't have it, if we have, it will be at the city which is easily to be found by a customer, investor, fresh graduate and so on. And next is facility, because it's not required because mostly we work from home and can be done by using computer, laptop, internet, just to build a house rental system. Next is working environment, which is very important because we doesn't want employee to be stressed, depressed and tired. And the most important is bullying is prohibited. Next is service provided, which our house rental system is free to all users and everyone can download it. Even the owner can use our system to advertise their house to rent freely. Next is performance. Manager must make sure system developer check the system, the house rental system is under control to avoid any problem, error after we launch it. Next is operation plans can be divided into three, which is operation timeline, business structure and other setup element, and last is startup. For operation timeline, the preparation to develop a system might take around 3 to 6 months to finish, and maybe it would take longer. And for the business structure and other setup element, the type of legal structure of our business is partnership, because we have 5 people in our company, which we are friends and we decide to build a company together. Last is startup, the first step when we start our business and the company. The operation timeline. First is after 6 months of system development, the house rental can be launched. After 2 years of launching, and if the business is doing well, then the company can be expanded and the system can be launched internationally. And this is the Gantt chart of operation timeline. The setup element decisions. First is company name, second is no physical company, and third is financial, fourth is additional work, 5 development, and last is test. This is the startup, which we start with the discovery of the business, then we must have an idea about the business, then conduct a market research for our business and the company, and create the company name, which is ByteCode, and understand the finance business. Then developer and designer should start develop the system, and then register the business, apply a license, and last but not least is launch the system. So next is a risk management strategies. We have risk exposure and alternative and solutions. For risk exposure, we have enterprise, financial and operational. For enterprise, they must make sure every process, transaction, registration, etc. is under control to avoid any misconception. And next is financial, is then must apply insurance and secure them to avoid any problem or circumstance. And last is operational by securing needed inventory, recruiting experienced employee, and system backup. Next is alternative solutions. First is avoid. Like people always say, prevent is better than cure. And then is reduce by having a meeting to overcome the problem. And the third one is transfer by applying insurance. Last but not least is assume. If we can avoid, mitigate or transfer then we must accept the risk. And this is not an disadvantage, but it's an advantage because employee will use some alternatives to solve the problem and learn from it.
My name is Hanis binti Hashim. My matric number is 1180457. I'm going to continue the presentation with the next slide, which is operating processes. Our system is mainly a service operation as we concern on billing out employees and scheduling the works to keep our business on track. Employee time will bill out by tracking the time they spend on one activity. The employee rate in our business is 3,000 per month, and we provide flexible working hours to accommodate employees' work-life balance. To schedule works on the contracts, we use Gantt chart or PERT chart in breaking down each task for every employee so that they are all assigned to a different task. The next one is development of finance services. This includes how users can update data in the system. For example, owner can update whether the house is rented or not through the application. Once the booking is confirmed by the owner, data in the system will be updated. So moving on to the next slide. For the facilities, we are planning on placing our mobile app in the Google Play Stores and Apple App Store. So as you can see in the slide, there are Google Play Store and Apple App Store interface. This is the main layout of the application. This includes the main page, house choices, and house details. The simple and seamless layout can help users to choose their house easily. Next, we will proceed to the human resource plan. There are three main points in our human resource plan, which are corporate culture, number of employees, and payroll costs. Firstly, our desired corporate culture is by having a shared mission and vision, great at handling dysfunction, and have a scheduled time for continuous dialogue. The desired culture should be engaging, tangible, and visible in daily interactions. The next one is number of employees. For now, there are 5 employees in the organization, which holds the main positions. However, we will open a number of job opportunities to support the business. This includes COO, which is the Chief Operating Officer, Operations Manager, and professional staffs. We estimate to have an organization with about 30 employees. The next one is the payroll cost. The payroll cost, including software subscription plan, maintenance, and benefits in our organization, is about 40,000 ringgit. The benefits or incentives include bonuses for annual performance and massive project milestones. For the recruitment and retention strategies, there are 3 things that I need to highlight. Firstly, for 8 hours every day, a total of 5 employees are required to working in the business. This is to continue the development of the system, planning its marketing strategy, and maintaining its functions. Next, we estimate the time required to recruit needed employees are after 3 months, as we need to secure funding and a stable place in the industry first. Following that, we will recruit another 5 employees with their own skills to help us manage the system. And lastly, it is estimated about 17,242 ringgit per month of employee expenses for all employees. Next, for the cost of initial recruitment. This is the cost needed while having recruitment processes. There are 6 main processes listed here. All of these processes play an important role while recruiting for employees. The most cost for the business is making contracts with employment agency or search firms, which took about 11,520 ringgit per service. This is the reason why many of the big companies make their own HR recruitment team to save costs on this part. Moving on to the next slide, which is the leadership and management strategies. Our leadership philosophy focusing on authentic leadership. Authentic leaders know and embrace their values, earn people's trust by being who they are, and not by living up to the expectation of others. This is the most appropriate leadership approach for this venture because when we are being true to ourselves, we will be driven by a greater goal, making choices that match our values and achieve a long-term and sustainable results. The training required because of existing rules and regulations are Fair Labor Standards Act, which is the FLSA training, performance management training, and job-specific training. It is important to keep track of all training conducted to ensure compliance with all applicable rules and regulations. We will ensure our employees are as capable as required by doing assessment tests after the training. If there are those who do not pass the test, they must either join the training again or take the assessment twice. Next, for the legal requirements. The legal requirements in this business includes contracts between employer and employees, corporate intellectual property policy, and auditing software for legal compliance.
My name is Nurizyan Hanani binti Saufi, metric number 1180478. So the next part is marketing plan. In marketing plan, our company conducted two research which are primary and secondary research. For primary research, we conduct an online survey using Google Form from 10 January until 16 January 2021. The purpose of the survey is to know the responses from users and potential users regarding the application. And then we distribute the Google Form link in WhatsApp groups, and the survey provides 6 questions that related to the application. For secondary research, we do a research through the internet. Based on the research, nowadays, smartphones have become one of the things that all of us won't ever forget to bring with, almost anytime and anywhere. We also use smartphones in almost everything such as buying things and apparels, paying bills and also making a transaction. It goes the same as searching for a new place to rent. Also, our business can be profitable because it can save customers time and energy when it comes to finding a house to rent, and as it enables the customer to see the details of the house closely and efficiently through their mobile phones. It also helps the users reduce the hassle of finding the right house to rent by just settling down in application. Next, customer can view the house in the application without the need to sign up, and it is free app to use. It also can cut the transportation cost of the user when surveying the house, especially those who do not have any means of transportation. Users also have the right in choosing the best house by rolling out various choices of houses. And it is also suitable for individuals or groups of the age 18 years old and above to use the application. And the last one, it is easy to use anywhere and anytime since it is an application in the phone.
Next part is working capital requirement section. In this business, we apply for loan from the bank to purchase inventory and pay the initial expenses. All of the expenses includes inventories, recruiting the employees, conducting market search, acquiring license, hiring lawyers, and paying other expenditures required prior to start the operations. We also have applied short-term loans under the business line of credit. We also convinced the bank that our company will have a stable income for about 3 to 5 years in the future. In the state of development of technology, we will work hard to ensure that our company reaches a stable state and manage to promote our application all over the world in the future endeavors.
So let's move to the next part, market analysis. First is competitors. It is very important for us to identify for our competitors. Competitors here refer to other business that offer similar product or service. Based on web research, we found that there are 3 competitors for our business, which are SpeedRent, MyRent, and Roomly. All of them offer the same features. So for SpeedRent, it is specially designed to allow interested landlords to rent out their properties to potential tenants without the help of property agents. MyRent is a channel manager and property management system for tourist agencies, vacation renters, more hotels, hostel, and hospitality property managers. And the last one, Roomly. Roomly uses a matchmaking mechanism that helps a right tenant to a right property. Renting becomes easier and faster with its unique match and notification engine. Next is marketing strategy. We as the developer of this mobile application intends on using a number of marketing strategies that will allow us to easily target from various users. First strategy is using social media. Social media nowadays plays an important role in many aspects of life as well as the life of tenants and prospects. The strategy here is to advertise the application through social media accounts that focus on visual contents and allows to share the best site specification of our application such as Facebook and Instagram. By doing this strategy, it helps to get tenants from all over the country who want to move. Second strategy is advanced search option. This feature helps future tenants to find property based on their preference like listing price, number of bedroom, house type, and many more. This helps customers narrow the scope of their search and find a home that suits their need. For example, customer can specifically find a house with 4 bedrooms with exact location. And the last one is word of mouth strategy. Word of mouth is a strategy of getting people to talk about the product. And in the mobile domain, it is even more effective. Even Google also expresses with the same idea. For example, as for now, we have held a survey form to find out the views and opinions regarding the application. So from that, the potential users will help in recommending our application in their circle. Next is pricing strategy. For this strategy, our company choose to offer all of the services in this application without charging a penny. This helps in looking to attract a lot of new users. And the last one is distribution strategy. For distribution strategy, we do two strategies here. First is provide a market research firm with details of the product. The next one is conduct a research so that we can find out the type of demographic groups that are most likely to use our product. So from that, we can make any improvement for our products that's to suit for all of ages of the users. And the last part in this presentation is financial plan. The table show budget for the capital expenditure per month and its cost. And the total is 68,242 ringgit Malaysia. That's all from us. Thank you.